What if I told you there's a simple two-word phrase that could completely transform the way women see you? Would you believe me? No, it's not a magic spell or some cheesy pickup line. It's far more powerful. These words, when spoken with conviction and purpose, can shift the entire dynamic of how you're perceived. They're words that most men overlook, not because they're difficult to use, but because they underestimate their importance. But today, I'm here to change that for you. Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly how to tap into their potential. Picture this. What if the way you speak could leave a lasting impression, sparking attraction, admiration, and even respect? Imagine saying something so simple yet impactful that it completely changes the way a woman feels about you. Here's the truth. Most men miss the mark, not because they don't care, but because they've been playing it safe. They think being agreeable or overly accommodating is the key to winning someone over. Spoiler alert, it's not. In fact, that's the quickest way to blend into the background. Today, I'm going to show you how to stand out. Here's the deal. We're not talking about tricks, gimmicks, or manipulation. This is about embodying a mindset that naturally draws women to you. These two words hold the kind of power that inspires admiration and respect, not through force, but through authenticity. And here's the kicker. You already know these words. They're part of your everyday vocabulary. You just haven't been using them intentionally. That changes today. But before we dive into the heart of this concept, I have one small request. If you find value in what I'm sharing and want more tips to transform your interactions, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Your support allows me to keep bringing you actionable insights that can make a real difference. So, can I count on you for that? Great. Now let's dive into what makes these words so powerful and why they're often the missing link in your conversations. Let's start by identifying where so many men go wrong. Picture this scenario. You're chatting with a woman, and instead of being clear about your desires, you say something like, "Whatever you prefer," or "I'm okay with anything." On the surface, it sounds polite, right? But here's the problem. This type of response doesn't communicate confidence. It sends the message that you're unsure of yourself. And let's face it, uncertainty is a major turnoff. Women are naturally drawn to men who know what they want and aren't afraid to express it. Another common misstep is being overly accommodating. Always prioritizing her needs and wants over your own might seem like the gentlemanly thing to do, but it often backfires. Why? Because it can make you appear needy, as if you're trying too hard to gain her approval. Instead of standing out as someone who's confident and self-assured, you risk coming across as someone who lacks direction. But here's the good news. This is entirely fixable, and I'm about to show you how. The solution lies in two simple words. I want. Yes, it's as straightforward as that. At first glance, they may seem ordinary, but when delivered with purpose and authenticity, they become extraordinary. I want is more than just a phrase. It's a declaration. It's a statement that reflects decisiveness, clarity, and confidence. And guess what? Those qualities are magnetic. In a world where many people hesitate, second-guess, or hide behind vague statements, I want is like a breath of fresh air. Think about it. When you say, I want, you're removing any guesswork. You're eliminating ambiguity and making your intentions crystal clear. It's not about being pushy or overbearing. It's about showing that you're grounded, self-assured, and comfortable in your own skin. That kind of energy is incredibly attractive. Let's break this down even further. When a woman hears, I want, she interprets it as a sign of leadership and direction. It tells her that you're someone who knows what you're after and isn't afraid to take the necessary steps to get it. But it's not just the words themselves, it's the way you say them. The confidence in your tone, the conviction in your delivery, and the energy behind your statement are what make the real impact. Now you might be wondering, how can two simple words make such a difference? The answer lies in their rarity. Most people shy away from being direct. They overthink, they sugarcoat, or they try to be overly accommodating. When you confidently say, "I want," you immediately stand out, because you're doing what so few others dare to do. You're being clear and unapologetic about who you are and what you desire. So, the next time you're in a conversation, don't hesitate. Use these two words with intent. Say, "I want to get to know you better," or "I want us to spend more time together." Watch how the dynamic shifts. Watch how she leans in, intrigued by your confidence. These two words might seem simple, but their impact is profound. They're the key to stepping into your power, standing out from the crowd, and creating deeper, more meaningful connections. But simply knowing the power of these two words is just the beginning. The real transformation happens when you learn how to use them intentionally in your daily life. Think of them as a tool that can reshape how people respond to you. Whether you're asking someone out, sharing your preferences, or expressing your goals, these words can become the cornerstone of more confident, impactful interactions. So how do you apply this in real-life situations? That's exactly what we're diving into next. Stick with me, because this is where the magic truly begins. Let's explore how you can use "I want" in practical, real-world scenarios to completely change the way you connect with women and people in general. Imagine this. You meet someone who catches your eye, and instead of playing it safe with something like, "If you want, we could maybe hang out sometime," you look her in the eye, smile, and confidently say, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Do you see the difference? The first approach is uncertain, almost as if you're seeking permission. The second, however, exudes clarity and intention. It shows her that you're decisive, confident, and unafraid to take the lead. That energy is magnetic, and it sets the tone for how she perceives you. Now, let's talk about sparking genuine interest. Instead of hesitating or waiting for the perfect moment, be direct in a way that feels natural and authentic. For instance, instead of dancing around the subject, say something like, "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab coffee this week?" It's simple, but it's refreshing. Why? Because it's honest. Women appreciate this kind of clarity. It removes the guesswork and makes them feel like they're talking to someone who knows what they want. This doesn't just apply to the early stages of attraction. It's equally powerful in relationships, whether you're just starting out or have been together for years. Think about this. Instead of saying, "Whatever you'd like is fine," imagine saying, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. How about we plan something special together?" This small shift in language doesn't just communicate your intentions. It also shows her that you value the time you spend together. You're not just going along with her plans, you're actively creating moments that matter. But here's an important truth. It's not just about what you say, it's also about how you say it. The words "I want" only carry power if they're spoken with confidence, calmness, and respect. The goal is to project strength without coming across as overbearing. Let's say she has a different idea or can't commit to your suggestion. Instead of reacting with frustration, respond with understanding. For example, you might say, "No problem. Let's figure out what works best for both of us." This shows that while you're clear about your desires, you're also flexible and considerate. A combination that builds trust and mutual respect. The beauty of this approach lies in its versatility. You can use I want during major moments, like asking someone on a date, or in everyday situations, like sharing your preferences in a casual conversation. The more you practice, the more effortless it becomes. Over time, you'll notice a profound shift, not just in how women respond to you, but in how people view you as a whole. You'll exude a sense of purpose and self-assurance that's undeniably attractive. Here's what I want you to remember. The words I want aren't just about expressing your desires. They're about setting the tone for meaningful, honest communication. When you use them with intention, you're not only making your intentions clear, but you're also creating opportunities for deeper, more authentic connections, and that's where the real transformation begins. Now, let's address something crucial. While I want is a powerful phrase, how you deliver it matters just as much as the words themselves. Confidence can be mistaken for arrogance if it's not tempered with the right attitude. That's a fine line we absolutely don't want to cross. When you say I want, the goal isn't to dominate the conversation or make it all about you. True confidence is about knowing what you want and expressing it clearly while respecting the other person's feelings and perspective. The difference lies in your tone and delivery. Imagine you say, I want us to go out this weekend. If you say it with a demanding or entitled tone, you risk coming across as pushy or self-centered. But if you say it with warmth, genuine interest, and a smile, it changes everything. The same words now carry an entirely different energy, one that invites connection rather than resistance. Remember, these two simple words, I want, aren't just about making requests. They're about showcasing who you are. They're about embracing confidence, clarity, and respect in every interaction. So, the next time you're in a situation where you're tempted to be vague or hesitant, try using I want instead. Speak with intention and watch how the world around you starts to shift. But here's the magic. When you say it with a calm, inviting tone, I want transforms from a demand into a genuine expression of interest. This is the balance you need to strike, firm but approachable, confident yet considerate. Imagine this. She says she's busy or suggests a different plan. Instead of reacting defensively or pushing back, you smile and respond with understanding, saying, That's okay. What works better for you? Do you see what happens here? You're not just showing confidence, you're showing emotional intelligence. You're demonstrating that you respect her choices without compromising your own self-assuredness. Using I want isn't just about voicing your desires. It's about creating an environment where the other person feels safe to be honest and direct as well. And that's the foundation of authentic connection. When you're clear and sincere, it encourages her to reciprocate, fostering an interaction that's real and meaningful. Think of this as a subtle but powerful shift in how you communicate. You're no longer just expressing your needs. You're opening the door to mutual respect and understanding. Here's another important piece of the puzzle: your tone. It's not just the words themselves that matter, it's how you say them. A steady, calm, and friendly tone will always outshine something rushed, aggressive, or forceful. Think about it. When someone speaks to you with warmth and clarity, you're naturally drawn in. That's the feeling you want to create. Confidence is attractive because it feels secure, not overpowering. It's the quiet assurance that says, I know who I am, and I value who you are. Let's not forget one of the most powerful aspects of I want. It's not just a statement of preference, it's a signal of intention. It shows thoughtfulness, decisiveness, and care. For example, saying, "I want us to have dinner together this weekend," is much more impactful than, "What do you feel like doing?" The first statement doesn't just express what you desire. It subtly communicates that you've considered the moment and made a plan. That kind of intentionality stands out, especially in a world where so many people hesitate or leave things open-ended. But here's the key takeaway. Confidence isn't about ignoring the other person's needs. It's about respecting both your desires and hers. When you strike that balance, you're not just making your intentions clear, you're showing that you're someone who values mutual respect. And that's where the magic of true connection happens. Now, it's time to stop just talking about this and start taking action. Here's my challenge to you. Use the phrase "I want" at least 5 times a day for the next week. Sounds simple, right? But the impact can be transformative. This isn't about throwing the phrase around casually. It's about being deliberate. Whether you're making plans with friends, expressing your intentions to someone you're interested in, or even just navigating everyday situations, I want you to practice using "I want" as a tool for clarity and confidence. At first, it might feel a little uncomfortable or unnatural. That's okay. It's part of the process. Growth isn't about perfection. It's about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. The goal is to get used to being more direct, more intentional, and more self-assured in how you communicate. Trust me, as you practice this, you'll begin to notice something incredible. The way people respond to you will start to shift. You'll feel a new sense of control and confidence in your interactions. And that's when you'll realize the true power of "I want." So, are you ready to step up and try it? Let's make this week the beginning of something bigger, something that doesn't just change the way you speak, but transforms the way you connect with the world around you. The results might surprise you. The more you practice, the more effortless it becomes, like second nature. And here's the thing. As you refine this skill, you'll start to notice something remarkable. People will treat you differently. Respect won't just be given, it'll be earned. They'll see you as someone who knows what they want and has the courage to go after it. That kind of clarity, it's magnetic, especially to women. They'll admire the self-assurance you exude, the quiet confidence that says, "I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to show it." Suddenly, you're no longer the guy waiting in the shadows for permission or approval. You're the one creating opportunities, making decisions, and leading the way. This shift isn't just a subtle tweak, it's a complete transformation. You're not just using the words "I want," you're adopting a mindset that empowers you in every area of life. Picture this. In social settings, at work, or in relationships, you'll find people gravitating toward you. Why? Because confidence and direction are irresistible. When you speak with clarity, people naturally feel drawn to your energy. It's not about dominance, it's about presence. Here's my challenge to you. Over the next 7 days, make it your mission to use the phrase "I want" at least 5 times a day. Be intentional with it. Don't just throw it around casually. Use it in moments where you want to express yourself clearly and confidently. Whether you're making plans with friends, initiating conversations with women, or even setting goals at work, pay attention to how it makes you feel. More importantly, notice how others respond. You might be surprised at how something so simple can create such a profound shift in your interactions. Imagine the end of the week. You feel more in control, more self-assured, and more respected. That's the power of taking action. Once you see this change in yourself, you'll understand why this technique works so well. It's not just about words, it's about embodying the confidence those words represent. Now let's wrap this up and revisit the key points we've covered today. The two words, I want, are far more than just a phrase. They are a declaration of confidence, clarity, and decisiveness. They're not just something you say. They're a reflection of who you are. They communicate that you know what you want, you're willing to go after it, and you're capable of leading without hesitation. But let's be clear. This isn't about being selfish or dismissive of others. It's about being direct while respecting the feelings and perspectives of those around you. The beauty of I want lies in its ability to foster genuine communication. It opens the door to mutual respect and understanding. Two things that form the foundation of meaningful relationships. So here's the most important part. Don't just watch this video and walk away unchanged. Take action. Start today. Begin incorporating I want into your daily life. Use it when making plans, expressing your feelings, or sharing your desires. Track your progress. Notice the way people respond differently to you, and pay attention to how you feel about yourself. I promise you, by the end of the week, you'll look back and see a stronger, more confident version of yourself staring back at you in the mirror. But I don't want this to be a one-sided conversation. I want to hear from you. How are you planning to use I want this week? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Let me know the specific areas of your life where you're going to apply this technique. I'm genuinely excited to hear your stories and see how this simple yet powerful shift makes an impact. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to me, and it allows me to keep bringing you valuable content that can truly transform your life. Remember, every action you take today shapes the results you see tomorrow. Keep practicing, stay intentional, and never forget. The more confident you are in expressing your desires, the more respect, admiration, and attraction you'll draw into your life. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to see you crush it this week. I'll see you in the next video.